Hey guys, it's me, Miss May. I'm back. We're ready for our second video lesson this week. And today we're going to go back to one of our favorites that I haven't been utilizing enough, News-2-You. So this is this week's News-2-You paper. So if you'll get this one out of your packet, you should have News-2-You. You should hopefully also have the vocabulary words and definitions. And hopefully you should have the words, wrong one. The words that go with the vocab, the words at the bottom. And then you should also hopefully have our review page. Now, if for some reason you don't have those, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. We can just do what you have. It was a little hectic trying to make sure I had all the packets together. I was trying to do everybody's, and Miss Kathy and I were, and it was a little bit hectic. Excuse me. So if you don't have all of that, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. But I'm pretty sure everybody has the story. Okay, so does everybody have this out? So today, our story is about Greta Thunberg and Earth. Greta Thunberg. Now, some of you may not have heard about her, but she's a pretty cool girl. She's only 17, and she is really on a mission to help save our planet. She's not much older than you guys. So we're going to learn about her today. Let me scoot my laptop back just a little bit. So we're going to read about her today and get to know a little bit about Greta Thunberg. Okay, many people want to protect Earth. Many people celebrate protecting Earth on Earth Day. And Earth Day is April 22nd. Now, that'll be this coming Sunday. Earth Day is April 22nd, this coming Sunday. One person who wants to protect Earth is Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg. It's a little hard for me to say. So Greta wants to protect the Earth. So let's read on and see and learn more about Greta. Okay, so let's turn our page. All right, Greta was born in Sweden. So she was born not in America, she was born in Europe, in Sweden. Greta is 17 years old. Greta has Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's is a kind of autism. People with autism may think differently. Now, we have some friends who have autism, and they might think a little bit differently, but that's okay. That's okay. We're all different, and it's cool to be different. We don't want to be like everybody else. That'd be boring. Okay, so let's turn the page and read more about Greta. I want to learn more about Greta. Okay, here we go. Greta gives speeches about climate change. She learned about climate change when she was just 8 years old. Wow. Climate is the usual weather in a place. Many people think the climate is changing. They think climate change could be dangerous for Earth. So like climate here, like in the summer, the climate is really hot. But in the winter, the climate's supposed to be really cold and snowy. And we didn't have that this year. Remember, we didn't have any snow? So could our climate be changing? Let's read on and find out. Okay. Climate change could bring floods, storms, wildfires, and more. Greta wants to help stop climate change. Greta wants government leaders to help too. She started protests in front of government buildings. What's a protest? Let's talk about that for a second. A protest is where you just kind of maybe hold some signs and you walk in front of some government buildings. So she wants the government leaders to maybe start trying to do some things about climate change. Maybe start doing some experiments, watching the weather, doing some different things to help all this climate change, because we don't want it to affect our earth. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so let's turn our page. Students around the world heard about Greta. They wanted to stop climate change. These students started to do protests too. Greta started to meet with leaders. Now she meets with leaders around the world. Wow. One little girl started at 8 years old. Greta talks to leaders about climate change. She talks about how leaders can protect Earth. Greta asks leaders to write laws. She wants to protect the Earth. Greta asks other people to protect Earth too. Sorry guys, I'm still not very good on the holding the paper up. So Greta wants them to write laws to help protect the Earth. Here, okay. Greta thinks everyone can help. Greta has ideas to protect the Earth. Greta asks people not to fly on airplanes. Planes can make pollution. Pollution can hurt the Earth. Wow. So I wonder how people would get if they needed to get to Europe. What's another way they could get there? Well, we can't drive because you got to go across the ocean. Guess they could take a boat. They could sail. But not having any airplanes, I don't know. But I don't like pollution. Protecting Earth is very important to Greta Thunberg. Greta is brave. She meets with many adult leaders. She talks about something important to her. Why is protecting the Earth important? Why is it important, guys? Let's talk about that for a minute. Why is it important? Well, we want the Earth to be here for when you guys grow up. We want it to be here for a long time, because if it's not here, we wouldn't have a place to live. We wouldn't have rivers and lakes. We might not have the ocean or the beach or the mountains. So we want to take care of it. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys have this page or not. If you don't, that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and read it real quick. Greta Thunberg was born in Stockholm, Sweden. She started doing protests in 2018. Time magazine named Greta the 2019 Person of the Year. She is the youngest person to be Person of the Year. Now she gives speeches around the world. So Greta she's really famous, right? And she's only 17. Wow. Okay, and do you guys have this sheet? Let's read a little bit about Sweden, where she's from. If you don't have it, it's okay. Greta Thunberg was born in Sweden. Sweden is a country in Northern Europe. The capital of Sweden is Stockholm. The Baltic Sea is southeast of Sweden. Sweden is part of the Scandinavian Peninsula. I'm sorry, Dixie, you're going to have to wait. I'm busy right now. Okay, so that's our story about Greta Thunberg. Okay, so now, do you guys have this sheet? If you have this sheet, let's get it out and go over it really quick, okay? So what was this paper about? Was this paper about Greta Thunberg and Earth, the coronavirus, or Stress Awareness Month? What did we read about? We read about Greta Thunberg. Okay, so let's circle Greta. Yes, we read about Greta. Okay, so let's circle the first one. Who gives speeches, number 2, Who gives speeches about climate change? Aretha Franklin, Greta Thunberg, or Abraham Lincoln? Who do we read about? Yep, we read about the girl in the middle. We read about Greta. All right. So, and parents, if you want to pause the video while we're doing the questions, you can pause and then go over the questions with the kids. Number 3, where was Greta born? Was she born in Israel, Ecuador, or Sweden? Let's take a little pause there and let you answer the question. I hope everyone answered Sweden. She was born in Sweden. Number 4, what does Greta want to protect? The earth, the stars, or the sun? What does Greta want to protect? Did everyone answer the earth? Because that is the correct answer. All right, number 5. What can hurt our earth? Plants, pollution, or rocks? Plants, pollution, or rocks? What can hurt our earth? Did everybody say pollution? Good job. And number 6, what can leaders write to help protect Earth? What can leaders write to help protect Earth? Can they write recipes, codes, or laws? Recipes, codes, or laws? Yes, the correct answer is laws. So good job on that one. Good job. Okay, we have one more little exercise to do, and that's our vocabulary words. And these are our vocabulary words for today. Protect, to keep safe from harm. Protect. So everybody should be touching protect. To keep safe from harm. Earth, the third planet from the sun. Earth, the third planet from the sun. Climate change, the change in the usual weather over a long period of time. Climate change, the change in the usual weather over a long period of time. Important, necessary, or of great value. Necessary or of great value. Okay, so if you have your definition sheet that looks like this, I'm going to let you do that for your homework. Okay, we're not going to do that together because you guys can do that. You have your answer, you have your vocabulary sheet here and your answer sheet there. Okay, so you can just include that back in your packet. Okay, so let's review really quick about Greta. Greta Thunberg is a 17-year-old girl who worries about things happening to our earth. She worries about our climate changing and pollution happening all over our earth. And she wants the leaders of our country and leaders of other countries to come together and write laws that will help us, help our land and help our earth to be here and be clean and for future generations. Okay, so that's our second video lesson for this week. If you guys have any questions, remember you can always reach me by FaceTime or text or phone call. I do have Google Meet open every day. So if you need me, you can always get in touch with me. Guys, y'all know I miss you and I love you, and we will talk soon. Take care. Bye.